How's everybody? Good. I think it's really important that our players have the right mindset going into this game, play with the right energy level, have the right focus to execute and play to a very high standard against a very challenging team playing on the road in the SEC. These guys are very aggressive. They're very physical. They've got, you know, aggressive style on defense, lots of pressures, lots of challenges for the offense. So they got, really good players, good running back, good quarterback, good receivers on offense. So, attention to detail is going to be really important for us. It's like I said on Monday, to the players, when you look at the film and things work and we do it right, why was it right? And then when it doesn't work, why didn't it work? And most of the time it's something to do with us, something to do with our execution, our fundamentals, our fundamental discipline, our eye control, whether it's blocking, tackling, turning the ball over, whatever, making good plays, making bad plays. So then you say to yourself, well, what if? What if I had the right sense of urgency? What if I had the right discipline? What if I had the right focus in practice to create the right habits? Because after the fact, you can only say only if, and regret that you didn't do everything that you could do to get ready to play the game. So, our players have been pretty good this week, and we need to continue to do that and clean up some things so that we go over there with a lot of confidence in what we need to do to win.
Start on the left with Chase.
Is the run threat that Jalen poses forcing defenses to play more zone in the secondary so they can keep more eyeballs on what he's doing?
Well, I think that that's one way to look at it. I think because of his ability to run, sometimes people rush 3 guys and spy a guy. Sometimes they rush 4 guys and spy a guy. So that should be helpful in terms of us being able to protect better. I think when people play man to man and everybody turns their back, there's opportunities to make plays if you can beat them one-on-one. But there's also opportunities to take off. So if everybody's going to have a different philosophy of how they want to play when it comes to how do we control the quarterback, whether it's some people may say we'll just rush 5 or 6 guys and make him be a passer. So you never know how a team is going to approach that, and we could see various things throughout the course of the year.
Hey, Coach. What kind of progress have you seen from the wide receivers through the first 4 games?
I would say that played well at times, but need more consistency. We need to develop confidence in terms of playing together, quarterback, receiver. I'm supposed to sit down if it's zone. I sit down. You drift and it's zone. It's 3rd and 5. Now the ball comes out because the quarterback thinks you're going to. So you're punting instead of getting a first down. So I think all those little things and those details. I say this all the time. Might be the most overused attention to detail term in the building that can make things work or not work. And I think we need to pay more attention to detail and the togetherness of how we execute in the passing game, whether it's protection, whether it's quarterback reads, whether it's route running, the whole thing. I think we can just continue to make a lot of progress. And I'm not disappointed with the way the guys playing. They've made some great plays, but I think the consistency would be helpful.
Yeah. Do you have an update on the health of Deontae Lawson and Terrence Ferguson?
Both guys were unable to practice today. So that would put them in a probably category of very questionable.
Go to Nick Alvarez. So Jaheim Otis came in last year. He lost all that weight. He contributed as a freshman. This year, he's been moved around in a couple different techniques on the defensive line. Was that the plan for him coming in to kind of expand his role in that
I'm
way?
sorry,
And
who are you referring?
Jaheim Otis.
Yeah, Jaheim Otis is doing great. You know, our plan for every player is to develop them and help them develop and grow to be the best player they can be. You know, some players really buy into it and do all the things that they need to do it. And Jaheim has been a guy that's done that. He's gotten himself in better shape. He can move better. He can rush the passer better. He's got more versatility as a player, whether he plays, you know, 5 technique, nose, 2 technique, 3 technique. And he's done everything we've asked him to do. And you know, I think the quality of improvement in his play and consistency has been really outstanding.
Wanted to ask your assessment overall on the depth at defensive line. Just how you feel like they've been playing overall?
I think there's quite a few guys in the defensive line that have made some contributions and continue to make contributions. I think we have some really good young players at defensive line. We need to get those guys to understand what it takes to play at a high level and get game ready in terms of preparation, how to practice, how to really understand the game plan, understand what the other team's trying to do. But I'm encouraged by the progress that they've made. But I think that's the number one thing the young guys need to be working on and focusing on.
How would you, excuse me, how would you assess the performance of Elijah Pritchett and Caden Proctor during practice this week? And is the plan to get them both reps or?
Well, you know, with other injuries, you know, in the offensive line, we were moving guys around and we haven't made an assessment yet because really today's the only real practice yesterday and I haven't watched practice film today. So, you know, we make those evaluations on Thursday and Friday as to how we're going to play guys in the game.
Bishop Kirk.
Yes, Coach. Last week, Gene Smith, the AD at Ohio State, went before the Small Business Committee in the House and talking about guardrails for NIL, and he dropped a little nugget about prospects wanting $5,000 to come just to make a visit. And I wondered if you'd been approached by any prospects for things like that, and if so, how you'd handle that.
Not that I know of. So I don't know of anybody that has asked us, you know, for that. But look, you know, name, image, and likeness is not really name, image, and likeness. I mean, I think we all understand what it's become and what we allowed it to become. And I said long ago and got very criticized for, is this what we want college football to become? So it's becoming what it's becoming. And that's okay. I mean, we'll just adapt and do what we have to do to be able to compete, whatever the circumstances are. So do I think that it would be judicious to have some guardrails on some things? I think you can figure that one out just as well as anybody else. All right, thank you.